What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Otto Wallin. Otto Wallin believes that Fury has the edge when it comes to Anthony Joshua, so any future bout with Wallin could be to become the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. They are the two best heavyweights, Wallin said, in the world right now. And we need that fight, he said. He said, I've been watching AJ's fight with Brazil lately, and AJ has got a great style, and he's got all the tools to beat Fury, but I'm not sure how much AJ trusts himself. I think Fury has a strong mind and good confidence, and sometimes that's more important than anything. That's why I believe Fury would win. Confidence. Strong mentality. Let me co-sign to that a bit. Even when we knew Tyson Fury wasn't at his best when he fought Deontay Wilder at the ass end of 2018, we knew that he was determined despite what everybody else thought. Everybody else thought otherwise, but it didn't care, and it didn't matter what anybody else thought. It mattered what he thought. His mind was there. Okay? His mental was there. He was mentally ready. Okay? He wasn't physically ready, but he was physically ready enough to take on somebody and enough confidence and faith in himself, okay? And of course, the higher power, which is God, right? He had that. He had himself mentally, spiritually ready. Physically, not so much, but he had enough to go on, and it is true. Sometimes that's more important than anything. Now, does Anthony Joshua, does he trust himself? That's a good question, because a lot of people will question Anthony Joshua. They will question him until he gets rushed, like Andy Ruiz did, or like Vlad kind of did in spots. They will question that, because everybody's seen what happened June 1st of 2019. People won't forget that shit. And a lot of people won't forget it, until he proves otherwise. Anthony Joshua, shocked a lot of people about his mentality. And then they seen how he fought Andy Ruiz. He fought him kind of like an elephant stepping on a rat. However, he got the job done. He used the jab. The jab did take him around the world, and it definitely took him around the ring with a victory for 11, damn near 12 rounds. But coming from somebody like Fury, somebody taller, I think it will be difficult if Tyson Fury comes to go right at Anthony Joshua and won't allow Anthony Joshua to get set for anything and just crowds him and then don't give him time to think, because he already has a vicious, aggressive game plan together. It could be very difficult for Anthony Joshua, and at that point, we will see if Anthony Joshua is mentally ready. We will see that. Now, this is not any hate towards Otto Wallin, because he has fought Tyson Fury. He has sparred with Wilder and Anthony Joshua, and he wishes them all the best. He says that he has all the tools to win, and I think he does. I think it's going to be a different type of fight, though, than everybody says, but that's my opinion. We're talking about Otto Wallin's. Otto Wallin wants that shot at Tyson Fury, and I think, honestly, Otto Wallin, expects Tyson Fury to win, and I think it would be beneficial for him, because that is his first loss and only loss, and he wants some get back. And I think what time people want certain fighters to win, okay, because they know they want that opportunity to avenge that particular fight in a certain way. See, Otto Wallin knows he gave Tyson Fury a good fight, a good brawl, nice scrap, 2 busted cuts, very, very, very interesting fight. Right? Otto Wallin made a name for himself taking the first loss. He did. So everybody is looking at him. He does have some type of buzz around him. If he can beat Brazil, boom, he's still up there. Right? Now, he shares Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua in defeating Dominic Brazil if he can do it. But he's not going to forget about Tyson Fury. This is not the first time he's called out Tyson Fury. He wants that Tyson Fury fight. So that's the fight that he's airing. That's the fight that he really wants. I think that's more, he's Some people self-target certain fighters. Some people don't want to fight everybody. Some people want to fight that particular person. He was like Errol Spence. Remember Errol Spence just wanted to fight Keith Thurman? Remember Keith Thurman only wanted to fight Floyd Mayweather, then Floyd Mayweather retired. He only wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao, right? Some people do that. But in this case with Otto Wallin, he wants to avenge that only loss, which I can't fault him for it. And if Tyson Fury beats Anthony Joshua, hey, he puts himself up there to fight for a rematch. That's given if Tyson Fury can take out Anthony Joshua. So, I think in all, I think Otto Wallin, not saying he's biased. Let's put it this way. He has vested interest in Tyson Fury winning. But, I mean, his analysis is on point. I would have preferred him to explain why AJ doesn't trust himself. You see what I mean? I know why he would probably say that, but I don't know really why he said that, if that makes sense. So I think that he should have explained more to that. Because, see, even with Tyson Fury, he said, well, he has, good confidence and a strong mind. Okay, well, what does AJ have? AJ just doesn't trust himself. He has good tools but don't trust himself. But why? Do you see what I'm saying? He didn't explain why AJ doesn't trust himself. So he left that was an empty explanation. Really, he kind of left it up in the air. So anytime people do that, it leads me to believe like there's something else that's going on why you say what you just said about the picking or the reason you're picking a certain fighter. Because it might be based off some type of bias. And in this case, it is because he lost to Tyson Fury. His battle ain't with AJ. His battle is with Fury. Again, he wanted to fight Fury before. He wanted to fight him for a tune-up fight. And at that point, he didn't talk about Undisputed at all. He is now, because that could be the powder rainbow or the reward of beating Tyson Fury if Tyson Fury is able to be victorious. But also look at it this way. Otto Wallin is a guy that's once beaten by Tyson Fury. And if Tyson Fury grabs all the belts and has all the smoke and has all the accolades, and then he fights him, right? That makes that revenge so much sweeter, then plus the reward and all the belts at the same damn time. Counterpunch. So, Otto Wallin thinking and picking Tyson Fury to beat Anthony Joshua. You guys tell me what you think about Otto Wallin's prediction. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.